Well, hello, friends of the leaf. Hope everybody's doing good on this Monday night. Actually, it's the wee hours of Tuesday morning. Had a couple of people respond on my video that I made a couple of days ago. Said they missed my late night videos, and this is certainly a late night one. I'm usually not up this time of night a whole lot because I get Emily off school in the morning, but this is a night I couldn't sleep, so I'm up watching videos. Thought I'd make one. Plus, I picked up some new pipe tobacco today at Governor's and never tried it before, so I thought it'd be a good time to try it with friends. So, what I'm going to be smoking tonight? Well, first, I'm going to be pipe-wise, I'm going to be smoking this Aldo Valani, and this is one my mom and dad got me for birthday a couple of years back, and it's one that I had picked. They told me that, you know, to pick actually it's about 3 years ago. Picking pipes is a lot of times like picking a hat or a pair of shoes. You know, someone else may get it as a gift, but a lot of times it's easier to let them pick it. So anyway, long story short, is they told me, said, go online and pick you one out, and we'll order it, and I did. And this one came from pipesandcigars.com. The stem and just the rustication on it, is what I fell in love with. The camera never does these things justice, but and I guess, I don't know, y'all help me here, I guess maybe that would be called a sandblast, I don't know. But I fell in love with it, and of course, you know, the stem's got swirls in it, and actually I think that the stem may have been what caught my eye first, but it was almost simultaneously that, of course, the graining. And it's been a favorite of mine as far as looks. Now, not necessarily, and I like a pot shape anyway, and I love the way they feel. The draw on this one is not, I was a little let down on the draw. It's still good, but I've got some pipes that draw a little better, but it's certainly, and if the draw was just a little bit better, this would be in my top probably 5 pipes, and it is certainly in my top, probably my top 3 as far as looks, ones that I like the looks of it. But after this long ramble, the other flip side of the housekeeping is I picked up a tin of Ashton Winding Road. My good friend Bridie Ellis has taken on the Ashton line, and he had several to choose from, and I decided he had a couple of English and 4 or 5 other different ones, and based on his recommendation, this one and another one he liked. Anyway, I picked the Winding Roads, and it says on there that a mellow mixture, Winding Road, a mellow mixture designed to bridge the gap between aromatic and English style blends, comprised of golden and dark brown Virginia with a sprinkling of black Cavendish. This excellent blend bears a natural fragrance accompanied by subtle notes of caramel and apricot. So this is the Virginias are the sweet, like the apricot, and I don't even have the top layer off of it yet, but I smelled an open tin that Friday had open, and this is all naturally sweetened, and the apricots come from, supposedly this is an all natural flavor, so we're going to see. It doesn't feel like it's got any casing to it. And it does have a pretty decent tin note. It's not my, you know, those type of Virginias I'm real hit and miss on. I don't like the super sweet ones, but this one intrigued me a little bit, so I decided to give her a whirl. So let's get her packed up here. It's a good ribbon. Looks kind of a ribbon cut. You got some pretty flecks of some black Cavendish in it. I was smoking some yesterday, some Drew Estate toasted Cavendish, and that is a beautiful tobacco with an outstanding flavor to it. But I want to give this a whirl tonight, and I'm using this lighter that was gifted to me by Mike, PA Pipe Guy. Mike, if you're watching, I've gotten a lot of good use out of this thing, brother. Well, on first impression, it's certainly smooth. And I hit it pretty hard. I'm not noticing any significant tongue bite. I guess this is the first Ashton I've ever smoked. Well, I was worried about that super sweet Virginia being overpowering, but as the tin said, it's subtle. And that makes me feel good, because I don't like that super sweet Virginia. I like a little bit of sweetness in a Virginia, but not that real hard hits of it. And I haven't picked up any caramel yet, but I'm certainly tasting the Virginia. And I don't have a real good pack on this bowl. Maybe a tinge of caramel in it. Like I say, it says it's subtle, and it is. I also picked up a new, I don't know, just the size of it caught my attention and intrigued me. New cigar he's carrying. It's a Perla Del Mar. It's a little short cigar, and I've gotten really partial to these little short ones for quick smokes at work, or decide you want to smoke right at bedtime or something. This is made by J.C. Newman. It's not a very expensive cigar, but looks like a Connecticut leaf, but I'm going to give it a try in a few days. I like to put them in my humidors a few days and before I smoke them. I'm going to show y'all my new humidor I got for Christmas that my son picked up for me. Actually, he sent it to me. Trying to let my old beard grow out. It's been scratchy. I've worn the goatee now for a couple of years, and trying to grow it out, and it's certainly, it's just about to get past that scratchy, itchy stage. But anyhow, I'll do a little video here in a night or two on the humidor. I might even give an updated humidor tour. Catch it one day when I got during the day when the lighting's good and I've got the house to myself. I might do that. Now we went looking for. I'm kind of in the mood to buy a new pair of shoes, and we went to Academy and looked. They've got some casual slip-on type shoes they carry the Sperry brand and the Magellan brand that I like, and Dr. Martin, Doc Martens, which I'm not much on. I hadn't worn Doc Martens in years. Used to wear them a lot because I was on my feet in the store business a good bit, and always a pretty decent shoe. But we've got a new Dairy Queen that opened in West Monroe, which of course there's probably a dozen McDonald's around here and Burger Kings. Burger King's probably got 8 or 10 locations. Wendy's has got 7 or 8, and Whataburger just opened too here, and about 6 weeks ago, and they're really enjoying having them. But we had a Dairy Queen in years. It's been 15, 18 years since we've had a Dairy Queen. Well, they just built a new one, and that thing has been just really setting the woods on fire as far as business goes. It's been hard to get in and out of, but we managed to go a couple of nights ago with my brother and his family, and then went again tonight. Their burgers used to, like if we were going to Baton Rouge, we always stopped at the one in Natchez, and it's decent. Of course, now we don't go to Baton Rouge to see our son. He's in Lafayette. We go through another little mid-sized town about one of the size of Monroe called Alexandria, and they've got one there that it's not good at all. We always like to stop and get ice cream, and of course the ice cream is good, but the burgers wasn't that good. But tonight, my brother said, try that new, I think it's called a flame griller or something. It's the half-pound burger. It's the double meat cheeseburger, and that thing was really good. It's flame grilled like a Burger King. It's made with mayo and ketchup, very similar to the Whopper, and it was a good sandwich. I enjoyed it, and I will go back and get that one again. I always like their steak finger baskets, and it's under their local favorite. They got a part of the menu, all of them, depending on I guess if there's some little local favorite or whatever, and of course the local favorite here was chicken strip baskets and steak finger baskets, and that's always been a favorite of mine at Dairy Queen. But of course, the ice cream is truly hard to beat. But after having a double meat cheeseburger, I laid off the ice cream tonight. Decided not to go that route. So, and tomorrow night, the Zaxby's is having a school deal where a portion of what you spend goes to the school where my daughter goes. So I guess it'll be Zaxby's for dinner tomorrow night, Zaxby's chicken, and they're kind of like a Cane's or I hate to even compare them to Chick-fil-A, but the chicken finger, chicken strips, and chicken sandwiches, and it's decent. It's not my favorite. I'm not big on any of those kind, the Cane's or Zaxby's. Even Chick-fil-A is something my Emily loves it, and my wife enjoys it a lot too. But I've got to be in a mood for that, and I'll always go if they want to go. But rarely do I ever set out to say let's go to Chick-fil-A. But it is decent food. I was going to tell y'all. I mentioned to y'all in a couple of 3 months ago that they had changed my medication to Lyrica. It's off of some of the harder pain meds to a more milder, and it's for nerve damage is what it is. And of course, it's to treat many different things. One of it being diabetic nerve pain, which I'm not diabetic that I know of, but anyhow, it is a form of a type pain pill, and they were giving me samples of it for months. Well, the samples finally played out. I think the drug rep got laid off, got fired, quit, whatever. Well, they hadn't had a drug rep come by in a while, and so my doctor said, well, I don't have any more samples, but we'll go ahead and start you on prescription of it. So I take 1 in the morning and 2 at night, so that's $90 a month. Best price I found on it was at Walmart, $517. So last month, I had to buy it. I had to go ahead because my insurance doesn't have a drug card, and I have to pay out of pocket on it. So, bit the bullet and went ahead and did it. So I asked the pharmacist, I asked around, and they said Neurontin was pretty much the same thing. So I asked my doctor, I said, what's the difference between Neurontin and the Lyrica? And he said, price. He said, I'm going to write you Neurontin. He said, the reason I put you on the Lyrica, he said, we had 5 or 6 patients we were giving it to, and primarily they were all on samples, or either they had a drug card that would pay, insurance that would pay for it. He said, but we'll change you to Neurontin. And he said, if the sample deal comes back again, I'll just give you samples of the Lyrica when you come in. 90 of the Neurontin was $30.75. A huge difference. And I've been on them. This is the 5th night. Can't tell a bit of difference. Not a bit. I'll take a little mild pain reliever. I've got access to the stronger ones if the little mild ones don't work, but I had to get away from the strong ones because, just got to the point where the very thing that was designed to keep you going was causing me to feel bad all the time. I'm talking about lower tab and that kind of stuff. I just can't do it. It just made me feel just horrible all the time, just worn out. And so he got me on one. I think it's called Tramadol, and it's 90 of those is not but $11 at Walmart. So I'm on a pretty inexpensive regimen of medication now. So I was thankful for that. But I was going to show y'all one little deal here before I wrap it up. I had bought this a year or so back, and it got put in a pipe rack and overlooked. I think I showed this, but I'm not real sure. This is one that I got on eBay. And back in the 60s, Lorillard, apparently, Guy Witherspoon probably know, but Lorillard made a pipe tobacco, and they gave this pipe away with, I guess, so many box tops or whatever, and it's called Mellow Root. And this came with it. You got it free from Lorillard. And this thing dates back, I think, around circa 1963 or 4 is what it said. But if any of y'all ever seen any of these Mellow Roots or know anything about them, holler at me. It's a little small pipe compared to, well, I can't see this, but it was a freebie. I don't know. I think it maybe 5 box tops, and you got a free pipe or something. But anyhow, we're already pushing that 18-minute mark, and I don't want to take up any more of your time than that. But we'll get this downloaded and try to get a video up maybe tomorrow of the humidor. But until then, y'all take care. Have a good one, and God bless you.